As you can see by what I've got laid out on the table here, it's that time. We're gonna start doing our St. Patty's Day manis, and I decided to start out with a very St. Patty's mani, not a gentle nod. It's pretty obvious, right? So I am using 2 of the sets from this year's re-release. So we have Total Celt Down and Celtic Tails. The Celt Down is the green and gold overlay, and then Celtic Tails is the one with the designs on it. So both of these are re-released from previous year's sets. And I think probably 2 of most people's favorite sets for St. Patty's Day. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. I hope you're subscribed. I would love it if you're not, for you to subscribe. Free way to support me and my channel. If you're new, welcome. Glad to have you. Hope I see you again soon. All right. So I have OPI Nail Envy down, so the nail strengthener, and then I also have OPI Nail Envy. They have it in all different formulas. I tend to prefer the matte, but I just found out they're not selling it anymore, so I'm gonna have to go to a different formula, but they all are kind of the same thing. And then I have Orly Bonder on over that. Just helps your strips stick better, gives it kind of a rubberized coating to stick to. So, all right. I am using the 2 small thumbs. I normally don't use small thumbs. We're looking at the pinky, aren't we? Okay, Heather. So the 2 small pinkies I'm using, I don't normally use those because they're a little on the small side for me, but I wanted the pattern that was on them. So if I use the larger end, they pretty much work. You can see already I've got a little bit over here that's not covered, and that's going to annoy me. So I'm going to try and patch it a little bit if I can. So if I use the small pinkies, I do not. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's do a double layer, because, well, then the design might get messed up. Let's see, can I make it line up exactly? I think I might be able to. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't really see it. That's good. Okay. But I usually only use the larger end if I use the small pinkies, because the smaller end is definitely not, it doesn't fit my whole finger, but doubling it up like that, that worked pretty good. So I think we'll be fine. I'm actually surprised at how well it blended. I can barely see, like I can see a little bit over here that there's, you can see the line a little bit, but it's really not super noticeable. So I'm happy about that. So probably on the other pinky, I'm gonna start with the small end then and put the big end down as my second layer, I think. So I was very excited to use this set. I know this is one that a lot of people really love. And I can see why, because it is a pretty awesome set. I love all the knots in it. I think it's gorgeous. So, yeah, I'm excited. And the color, the green, is just beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And the green with the gold, it's a really awesome combo, I think. So I'm excited to use this one. I got more than one set of this too, because I knew I was gonna like it. So I bought 2 sets of the, actually both of these I got 2 of when they were up because, you know, it's a re-release. I knew they're, you know, getting more of them might be hard, so I wanted to have at least 2. And they're nice and sticky, as you can see, because they're sticking on my finger. They are fresh for sure. So I basically pulled out one of each of the design strips that was in the set. So like we had this one on just the pinkies. They had one of this, and then they had 2 different ones like this. So I pulled out one of each to use, and then the gold, and we're gonna put Total Celt down over the golds, the plain gold strips. So that pinky is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. Okay, I paused for a minute because I had to go get the kids off the bus, and I also wanted to get out a twosie of Home Sweet Home because I want to have 2 layers on every nail, and I was trying to figure out how can I do that with the other strips, and I didn't want to take out another one of the design strips and use it up. So I'm going to put Home Sweet Home down first because it will kind of act almost like the white card on the back. It should just kind of intensify the colors that are there already and not change them really because it's white. So I decided to do that so that I can have that double layer for strength for my nails without messing with the design of it. So I'm going to put those down on the nails where I'm going to have the art design strips. So, ooh, it's a little crispy. You know what? No, don't do it. I'm gonna get another one out because I don't want to, like, my other strips are nice and fresh. I don't want to ruin them by putting a strip underneath that's not. So let's toss those. Let's see if this one's better. When is it made? A little on the old side, but hopefully better than the other one was. Let's see. I don't know what it is about the choosies, but sometimes these do not store. Sorry. Sometimes they just don't store as well as the regular strips do, but let's see. Oh, I'm not liking the feel of this one either. I don't know. Okay, no, this one's all right. It's not too bad. It's a little, like, it's not perfect, but it's much better. It's not like the other one was like pretty crispy. Like, I wouldn't use it. So yeah, so having this down shouldn't really affect what the other things look like. It's just going to give me that second layer to have strength for my nails without really changing what the look is, hopefully, is the grand plan with that. So like putting down a white base of some kind like this is gonna give it like the same look that it has on the cardboard, because the cardboard's white, right? So you could do like Swiss and towel, whatever. It's just I have twosies of Home Sweet Home. That's why I'm using it. I don't want to take out like and open a package of something else to do that. If you put a gold down, like maybe a Chelsea later, it could intensify the gold colors for you. So if you want to really bring those out, you could do that too. If I put a green under it, it would make some of these gold bits not stand out as well. So, you know, you can kind of change up most of the art strips are a little bit sheer. Some more than others, some, you know, where you can literally change the set to look like pretty much anything by putting the right color under it. This one's not very sheer, but I just want this second layer. So, and I don't want to change what it looks like. I like how it looks, so hopefully this will accomplish that. Okay, you go get a snack. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm very tired from never having.
Oh, okay.
Never have. This day, I get to watch Cars 1.
Oh.
This is Tucker's room.
Yeah, cool.
And I was going to stop watching it, and the nurse came up and was watching it.
Oh, sugar. Really? I was trying to stretch this one a little bit and I ripped it. Let's see if we can just put it down and have it kind of go back together. Because it's, again, it's going under the other strip. So it's not really, hopefully you won't see the line that I just made in it. Ugh. Because I knew this end is a little bit small for my pointer finger, but okay. And then we're gonna put down this one. Yep, you sure can. I live in a house full of bottomless pits. I have 3 boys. And they eat me out of house and home, I swear. No, they did just come home from school, so they need a snack, but they're always asking for a snack. 24/7, they're always hungry. I don't think there's a time they're not hungry. If you have boys, you know, you understand my pain. You understand my pocketbook's pain from all that food I have to buy. Okay. So now that we have these down, we can get back to doing the rest of our set here. So just finish trimming these up here. Home Sweet Home is really pretty.
Okay, smells good.
Good. All right, so we are having a birthday party today for my youngest. He just turned 6. So the boys are very excited about the cake that I'm making. That's what you hear them talking about in the background. I'm making a chocolate cake because that is what little man wanted. So we are having chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. All right, so you can see like this is a little sheer. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's definitely a little see-through. So you do want to be careful if you put something under it, you know, thinking about what is the color that you want it to be. Because like, let's say I went, oh, okay, well, it's green. So I'm going to put Gala greenery under it. You would completely lose most of the gold accent on here because it would show through that and you wouldn't see it really. So I think if you were going to do like what I'm doing here, I would use Home Sweet Home or Chelsea Later. That's gold. That would just intensify your gold. But or Swiss and Tell, whatever you kind of have on hand. But I absolutely love the knots on these. They're just like, I love it. Love it. So, all right. I'm just going to go through and do these, the art fingers, or the bits that have the art on it first. And then I'm going to go back and do the 2 nails with the gold and the glitter overlay. I did better placing that one. I kind of did a crappy job placing this one. There's space on the side, but oh well, it's fine. This set, oh my God. I can see why everybody was freaking out that it came back because it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. The greens and the golds. Oh my God. So pretty. I'm excited for this nail. And this one is actually, it looks green, but it's actually black and gold. So if you have this in person, you'll see it's kind of, it leans a little bit green, but it's actually black. So it's black with a gold knot pattern down the middle. So I think you can really see how sheer that one is. Can you see my finger through it there? So same thing with this one. If you went with a dark color that matched the base color in this strip, you would end up losing most of the design. You'd still see it, but it would just be much more muted. So, and maybe that's what you want to do. You want to try and like actually change it up and make it more muted, then you would want to go with a darker color. But I've never actually done it, so I don't know exactly how much of the design you would lose if you did a darker color under these, but I'm sure you would lose some because it is very sheer. So whatever's underneath it is going to show through unless you do a neutral. So doing Home Sweet Home, Swiss and Tell, or maybe even like one of the tan neutrals, like Toffee Nut. Toffee Nut is super, super light, so more skin tone, so it would almost just look like, you know, your natural nail. So there are a lot of different things you could do, but, and you can just wear them as a single layer, obviously, but I try, if I can, to do double layers because, first of all, it helps with the wear of your strips. If you've got a double layer, they're going to wear better, last longer. And then also just, you know, it's kind of, to me, it's like an extra strengthening thing to have 2 layers on your nail. So I've really been liking doing the different gel sets recently because they're so thick. So like the lovely Hello UV gel sets and the Shy Bella gel sets that don't require the UV light, they're so much thicker that it's kind of like 2 layers of a ColorStreet set with just 1 layer. So I've been liking that because those definitely provide some strength to my nails. I mean, my nails are pretty short, so not like I need that much. I'm not doing, you know, if I had crazy long nails, I would definitely need that extra support to keep them from breaking, you know, but I still like to have it. I think it's good to have the 2 layers. And especially these glitter sets, these are going to wear better than a solid would. So solids, I often have issues with getting cracks and stuff like that. Sometimes doing a double layer can help with that, but all of the sets that have like the glitter in them, they wear much better than the solid sets or like the shimmer sets do. I would say it's about a tie for me between shimmers and solids that have the worst amount of wear, because so the shimmers tend to be thinner too, so I feel like they don't necessarily wear for a super long time either. Not that I ever wear my nails for a super long time. For me, like 4 days is a lot. It's a lot. So I don't really go too long before I'm like, I need to change it. I need something else. I need to do something. So I think once you see them all together, you can really see the difference that these 2 are actually black and gold, and then this one is green and gold. So, all right, now we're gonna do our fingers with the gold and Total Celt down on it. And we are gonna invert the overlay so that we have our sparkle coming from the bottom rather than the top. I really like doing it that way. I think it looks cool. So, this is a really pretty gold too. Kind of reminds me of Morganite Delight a little bit, I think. But it's a really pretty gold. I'm hoping to be able to leave this one for a few days, so that's why I didn't do like any peely base or anything. The last one that I didn't end up recording for you guys, I just put a short up showing you the final product. I did put peely base down because I knew I wasn't going to leave it on. I just wanted to leave it on long enough to show you guys more or less. So I used my peely base, and we may go back to peely base as we get a little closer to St. Patty's Day. I might do my nails more, but for now I want to try and leave them for a couple of days at a time. So I got regular base coats down. I had not been using the Orly Bonder because I thought it was making my strips kind of gummy. But I'm trying it again and trying to see if like I leave it for a while before I put my nail strips down, like really give it time to set up, if hopefully they won't be as gummy as they were being. I think I was putting down my strips too quickly, and then it just kind of wasn't drying and setting up, you know? So, all right. This one's pretty basic. It's not, I'm not doing anything in this set that is super complicated. It's really just putting down double layers of my strips. The most complicated thing we're gonna do is our overlay. So with the glitter overlays, just gonna show you a couple of things. If you look at your glitter overlays, down here, do you see there's actually more space without glitter than there is on the other end? So both sides are not equal in those. So always think about that. If you wanted like more space, you may only want to use one side of the strip. Or if you wanted more coverage of the glitter, you may only want to use that side of the strip. So just, you know, to think about it. But I'm going to use both sides because I don't want to waste it. And I'm going to fold it in half. And then I cut it. And then what I do to make my ends kind of even is I can put the strips together like this and see. And actually this isn't too bad, so I'm probably going to leave it. But if there was a lot of difference, I could cut some of this off down here so that it would make it like kind of equal coverage. I might cut a little, like a teeny tiny bit off, just so that way our glitter coverage is equal on both nails. And you don't have to get super fancy with it, but okay. And actually, I didn't need to do that at all because we are turning these upside down. That's the other thing I was going to do. So cut it in half, and instead of putting the rounded end at the bottom, I'm going to put the glittery end at the bottom so that my glitter is more concentrated at the bottom of my finger and gets less so as you go up. And some people will do that and actually like leave the whole strip on there, but that's a lot of cleanup to do. I will sometimes even cut these little corners off before I put it down, just because I don't want to do the cleanup once it's on my finger. But you know, you can do it however works for you. But for me, I found that's the easiest way to do an inverted glitter dip strip. That was a mouthful. So then what I do is, once I've got it all smoothed out and everything, I just pull up that little corner and nip it off. And then anything like this on the side of my nail here, I've got a piece that I know will end up coming up if I don't take it out. There we go. Okay. All right, and then we'll do the other side. And I like to use my nippers because these larger glitters, you really need to, like, sometimes you have to cut them in half. So, all right. And that is looking just as gorgeous as I was expecting. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it's awesome. All right, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just gonna take the other piece of strip. We're gonna place it with that cut side at our cuticle line, and then the rounded side coming up to the tip. I love it. There is a piece of glitter right here that is like half on my cuticle, and it's driving me nuts already. I can see it and it's making me crazy. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. And then I'm gonna smooth out this one so it's nice and like, I like to make sure I've got it like almost using the smoosher to kind of make a cut line in the strip where I'm gonna cut it with my nippers. And then it makes it easier to kind of cut it off. Because you've already got that like line of demarcation there from the smoosher. So I just like grab the corner of it with my nippers and pull it up until I get to the point where I've kind of smooshed down and nip it off. Okay, and then I'll do this side. Okay. Can you tell I'm concentrating? I got all quiet because I want to make sure I do not have any glitter bits near the edge of my nail, because if I do, I know that I will end up picking it off. It'll drive me crazy. So, and I don't want to do that because I really like this. I knew I was going to really like it, and I want to be able to leave it for a while. So I do not want to end up picking it off and making a mess with it. So that looks really good. I like it. I'm happy with it. All right, and I'll do our thumbs and we are done. This was actually a pretty quick one considering that we're the second half, the where after I paused is about 22 minutes right now. So we'll probably come in at about 30 total for both. Maybe 35 once I add the title and end credits to it, but not too bad for a Heather video. This gold, look at that. So pretty. Super, super pretty. I'm trying to make the one thumb strip work for both thumbs because my nails are super short right now. So that's why I kind of cut it as close as I possibly could to the nail with my little tiny like cuticle scissors. And I'm gonna get that little tag bit that always stays behind off. All right. But with my nails the length they are now, the strips are doing pretty well at just making it, you know? I can use just the one again, since I broke the one thumbnail and had to cut them both down. I love this gold. It's a pretty gold. I'm gonna have to do some like pots of gold at some point here during the St. Patty's mayonnaise with this, because it's a good gold for that, I think. All right, so I'm gonna take my glitter overlay. I like to turn them over and actually line up so that it's aligned with where the strip is gonna rip off. So then I have 2 equal pieces for each finger. So when I do that, I'm cutting truly in the middle and not in the middle of, you know, like this end piece that's not actually on there. So I like to do that. Some people just kind of eyeball it and cut. That's fine too. Whatever works, but that's just how I do it. It's my weird little OCD thing. I like it to be even, like so. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing on our thumbs. We're gonna put, or should we turn it around and put it at the top? No, I like it at the bottom. At the bottom is definitely my favorite for the glitter dips. I like to do them in this way so that I have all that glitter coming up from the bottom. And because the thumbnail is longer, more space, we're actually seeing more of the gold peeking out at the top of the glitter here. So that's nice too. Usually with the thumbs, I don't have as much of a corner to cut off. So it's a little bit easier. Plus you just have more space in general on the thumb to work and get those corners off. And like make sure you don't have a glitter bit sitting right at the edge somewhere, like sticking out. Because what'll happen is it starts getting caught on stuff, and then, yeah, then I'm just like, I'm done with this, and I start picking at it, and it's a hot mess. So, I'm very pleased with this one. It's definitely turning out as good as I had hoped it would. I've been so excited to start doing St. Patty's Day mayonnaise. You guys know that. I've been talking about it for weeks already before it even became close to St. Patty's Day. It's one of my fave holidays, so I'm excited to do a bunch of green and golds, and gotta think up some fun like artsy things to do for it. And yeah, we're gonna have fun with St. Patty's Day mayonnaise. Can't wait to pull out Queen of Green again too. Oh my god, like I was so happy to see that they re-released sets. Like, it's very exciting. I pretty much liked all of them, except I didn't get the one that had like the white background. I was like, nope, don't need it. Or it was like a creamy green background, whatever it was. It was pastel. I wasn't in any way interested in that one. But the rest of them, these two, I love. The sideways ombre set, I love.
I'm so hungry.
Okay, you can have another one. And yeah, I think Total Countdown, and then that also.
Like the flint and teal is to light it up.
No, this is no.
Who is it for?
It's not. It's mommy's. Leave it alone.
Then why do you have cake on it?
It's just the scent that it is.
It's scented for cake?
Yes, it has a cake smell to it.
So that's why I see cake on it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's... then how am I going with mine?
I have other candles for yours. Don't worry about it. Can you tell somebody's excited about their cake? Of course he is. My littlest is 6 years old now. I can't even believe that. my oldest is about to turn 21. It's insane to me. I don't know how that happened. Especially since I'm still only like 30, you know? Oh, I wish. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about these sets that we got for St. Patty's Day this year. And I thought I had more from previous years. I only have one leftover set from previous St. Patty's Days. So I have the, what is it, like Cloverid or something? I can't remember what it's called. But it's the like dark green with the 4-leaf clovers on it. I thought I had it actually out on my desk, but maybe I put it away. Yeah, I did. This one. This is the only one I have left from previous years. So it's, oh, not clover anything. Shamrock and Enrollin'. This one was one of my favorites too. I love this set. So that's the only one though that I have left from previous years. So we're going to be using all this year's sets. And then, even though this year's sets are actually previous year's ones. And then I have a couple mixed manis coming that are St. Patty's Day themed too. So we'll have some fun stuff for the holiday. And yeah. All right, I think we can call this one pretty much finished. I just got to get this piece of glitter out of the corner because I can tell you that will drive me crazy. I know already. It's not a far drive to drive me crazy, but you know, it's okay. All right, there we go. All right, she's finished. Our first St. Patty's Day mani of 2023. I'm excited. So there it is. I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I hope you liked it. And again, if it's your first time here and you enjoyed what you saw, I hope you will come back and I hope you will subscribe to the channel. All right. I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.